The Castle and the Dragon. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there was a brave knight named William. William had always dreamed of going on adventures, but he had never had the chance to prove himself until now. One day, the kingdom received word that a princess had been taken captive by a fierce dragon that lived in a castle on the other side of the forest. William knew that this was his chance to be a hero, and he set out immediately to rescue the princess. He packed his sword, shield, and provisions for the journey and began to make his way through the forest. The forest was thick and dark, and William had to be careful to avoid the many dangers lurking within. But he was determined to save the princess, no matter what. After several days of travel, William finally reached the castle. It was a massive stone fortress, with towers that seemed to reach the sky and walls that were thick enough to withstand any attack. The dragon was perched on one of the towers, its red scales shimmering in the sunlight. William knew that he would have to be careful if he was going to defeat the dragon and rescue the princess. William crept up to the castle walls, trying to find a way inside. He searched high and low, but all the doors and windows were tightly locked. Finally, he spotted a small opening in the wall, just big enough for him to squeeze through. He took a deep breath and climbed inside. As soon as William stepped inside, he realized that he was not alone. The castle was filled with traps and pitfalls, designed to stop any intruders from getting to the princess. William had to be careful with every step he took, lest he trigger one of the traps. But as he crept through the castle, he could hear the princess's cries for help echoing through the halls. He knew that he was getting closer. Finally, he reached a large door, behind which he could hear the princess sobbing. William pushed open the door and stepped inside. The room was dark, but he could see the princess tied up in the corner. And there, in front of her, was the dragon. The dragon was massive, with eyes that glowed red like embers and claws that were as long as William's arm. It was breathing fire and smoke, making it hard for William to see. William knew that he would have to be quick if he was going to defeat the dragon and save the princess. He raised his sword and charged forward. The dragon roared and lunged at him, but William was ready. He dodged its attacks and swung his sword with all his might. The sword sliced through the air and struck the dragon's neck. The dragon roared in pain and stumbled backward. William knew that he had only one chance to save the princess. He rushed forward, untied the princess, grabbed her hand, and pulled her to safety. The dragon recovered quickly and chased after them, but William was too quick. He ran out of the castle and into the forest, with the princess in tow. As they ran, William could hear the dragon's roar echoing through the forest. He knew that the dragon was still out there, waiting for its revenge. But for now, he had saved the princess and become a hero. Will the princess be safe from the dragon's revenge? What new challenges will William face on his journey back to the kingdom? Find out in the next chapter of The Brave Knight and the Fire-Breathing Dragon.